Good evening, my name is Garrett, and welcome to The Last Call. Tonight's final drink has slowly become a new favorite in my heart, and that's Lagavulin. And this is specifically the Lagavulin 11 Nick Offerman edition. This is the 2021 version, which was actually finished for 4 months in Guinness Casks. You're taking a celebrity brand and making this to the next level. Most of your celebrity brands are going to be kind of middle of the road. Very seldom do they move past that because they're trying to sell to the average individual that maybe is not huge into whiskey. However, Nick Offerman, known for his role in Parks and Rec, huge fan of Lagavulin, got with them in 2019 to release their standard 11-year version, which I'm on the hunt for. And 2021, they decided to do this one, coming in at a 46% ABV. So not a lightweight when it comes to those kind of numbers. And that's really good to see. Most of the time, again, your celebrity brands go for those lower numbers to be more inviting to everybody. My first Lagavulin was Lagavulin 8. Fun story there is that I went to a bar, was having dinner with my family and stuff, and I didn't know what to get, and I was kind of glancing over there, and I seen a bottle of Lagavulin 8 up on the top shelf, and I go, hey, I just want to make sure, is that Lagavulin 8 up there? And he gets up there and goes, yeah, it is, looks like it. I was like, I'll take some of that. She came back with a glass that was probably 6 ounces, 7 ounces deep. I don't know, it was a lot. And I got charged like $10-12 for the whole bottle, for that whole drink, and I was like, this is the best thing ever. But I recently picked this one up during my hunt for the 11, and I want to share it with you guys. Now, this is a Islay single malt scotch. A lot of your Islas are going to be smoky, peaty, and definitely a more advanced to intermediate drinker of scotches, so fair warning on this one. However, I will say my wife, being new to trying things, we tried this the other night, and she loves it. And she loved the 8 too. I'm going to be doing a comparison, A/B comparison between the 8 and the 11 just for funsies. So watch out for that versus. Beautiful light color there, golden color. It really doesn't even show its age much, and that's kind of an interesting thing on a lot of your Lagavulins is that they don't show dark colors to them, and it's probably because of their region and everything. So let's go for nose. Oh, the aroma that this one gives off. It's smoky, peppery. Ironically, it reminds me of like a steak. It's got that meaty quality to it. Nice pepper rub on a steak. It's smoky. But you also get a bit of apple in there. You get like almost like an apple juice note. Just like a fresh squeezed apple. The alcohol sharpness doesn't really show up on the nose at all for me. But that nose itself, that it just makes you smile. You really don't get much of that Guinness on the nose, if at all. But the main ones you get, it's kind of peppery, meaty, smoky. You got a little bit of fruit notes in there. It's just one of those lovely noses that it makes me smile. Lagavulin has become one of my favorite brands, one of my top 3s, easily top 3s. Let's go for taste. Smoky, savory. You get a little bit of that fruitness in there, that little bit of orchard apple, but you get that smoky, meaty quality to it. it just enropes you. The finish on this is very luxurious. It's like a fresh campfire smoke. Not like, and I've talked about this like in the Talisker, where the Talisker I compared that to more of a next day smoke, but this has fresh smoke to it. Fresh campfire, just started, you get that big ol' whiff of smoke going on. The alcohol, there's no sharpness to this. It is so flavorful in so many different directions. Again, you get smoky, meaty, savory, sweet apple. Oh, this is Nick Offerman in a glass. Plus, you get a bit of that creaminess in the back end. Guinness was one of my first beer, and I love the creaminess of Guinness. If I don't know what to get when I want a beer, it's always going to be a Guinness. Just because it's so easy on the palate for me. Creaminess just helps invoke all these different melodies going on. And it's just one of these. I was not expecting this when I picked this up. I only picked this up less than a week ago, and I finally tried it because I've been on the hunt for the 11. I keep saying that, but been on the hunt for 11 because I wanted to try that one, and I can't find the original 11 anywhere, especially not in a decent price. I found a couple places online, but I'm not even going to go there. It doesn't. But the overall, I was not expecting this to come from their second edition of this. It is just invokes so many different flavors. I could drink this all night and just be the happiest person in the room. I love that sweetness that comes through, that creaminess. And again, you just get that savory, peppery note. It is. It's like I every time I taste this now, I think of the scene in Parks and Rec where he's like, "It's the turf and turf. Get a porterhouse and a T-bone," and they're just two big old pieces of meat, and it invokes that's part of that episode in that glass to me. And top of that off, he's got a cigar, so you get all the properties in the glass. So now let's try it with a little bit of water. See what changes here before I finish that dram, because I want to. There we go, just a little bit. Don't want a lot. Just going to do a few drops. There we go. So right away, the smokiness goes from a 9 to a 4. It pulls back on that smoky note. But the orchard, that apple note, comes out so... It's almost like apple juice. Like it's fresh squeezed apples. Yeah, fresh squeezed apples. You still get a bit of that savory quality to it, but it pulls away quite a bit. So we're probably close down to that 40% territory just with that water we added. Basically it's this dialed back. That apple note comes to the forefront, that sweetness comes to the forefront. That smokiness kind of lingers in the background a little bit more. The creaminess is still there, but it's kind of in the background. That pepperiness, though, is still there and it's still pretty prominent. I love that pepper note in there. Gosh. It's like fresh barbecued pepper, and just has just such a beautiful quality to it. Yeah, just a beautiful note to it there. Oh yeah. In my opinion, neat is the way to go on this one. Adding the water does change a little bit, but I don't think enough. I think you're doing a disservice. And the wife and I actually came to the same conclusion the other night. You're doing a disservice to it by adding the water. As always, it doesn't matter what you drink or how you drink it, as long as you enjoy it. Never forget that. I would recommend trying this one neat first before just going into ice or water. It's still good. I'm not saying it's not good, but that smoky, savory quality to it just kind of goes away, and it's kind of disappointing on that. I really do love that sweetness, and that's what kind of invoked me loving Lagavulin 8, is because that sweetness, on how you can get both an orchard apple sweetness on top of smoky, salty, brinies, and all those kind of things, always just, it makes me very curious. It's almost like a Talisker concept to it. I love Talisker, one of my top brands as well. But I have to say that, yeah, Lagavulin 11, I really hope this one stays around. As always, market price is market price. I've seen this online as high as $89, $90. I was able to pick this up at my local place for $78. I've seen some places be about $75. Most places in my area, though, are pricing this right around in the $90s range. I was lucky enough that my more local place doesn't sell a lot of Lagavulin, and prices at $78. 100% worth a buy at any of those. If you're looking for something and you're wanting something really out of your wheelhouse, and you've never had smoky, salty scotches, but you like that fruity note they have, Lagavulin is a great option. The Lagavulin 8 tends to be about half the cost. If you could find it. I had a hard time finding it in my area, but definitely the concept of taking their 11 and adding it to the Guinness Cask for 4 months adds that creaminess. And if I can ever find the standard 11, we'll do an A-B comparison for it. You can damn well bet that, because I'm very curious, because if the original 11 is half as good as this, it'll still blow me out of the water. So yeah, there you go. Lagavulin 11, great smoky Isla. I recommend it 100%. As always, if you have any questions about the spirit itself, feel free to ask them down in the comment section below. I will do my best to answer them. If you'd like to see some specific review over some spirit, let me know down below too, because I'm always looking for input and options out there. And as always, may your last drink of the night be the best one.